Hey, what's going on guys, I'm Silent Core and welcome back to my Red Dead series. Today I'm going to be going over 30 new changes to Red Dead Online with the Naturalist DLC. Now these changes were hidden away in the patch notes, so a lot of people are unaware they've even happened. There's some serious nerfs to an existing role, there are also a lot of quality of life fixes and changes that you guys need to know about. If you want to see the full list of patch notes, I'll have it linked in the description, but there are over 250 changes with this DLC, and some of them are basically like fix a tree, so I'm not going to be going over stuff like that, I'm just going to be picking out and including the ones that you guys need to know about. So let's get right into number 1, and that is the fix of animal spawns. I put this at number 1 because this is actually my favourite part of the new update. I prefer it over the new content, the fact that the animal spawns have been fixed. And it really goes to show how bad they've been over the past year, just how many animals are running around as you're wandering through free roam. I feel like I'm literally Ace Ventura when he comes back to his apartment, there's just so many animals everywhere. I'm not sure if PC and Google Stadia were as badly affected by the spawns previously, but on console, Xbox and PlayStation it was almost unplayable with the amount of animals that we actually had in the game. Next up, there's been 5 new dynamic events added to Red Dead Online. These are the events you discover as you're roaming around in free roam. There's 1 new drunk walking style added, 2 new free roam events, protect legendary animal and wild animal tagging, 6 new emotes, take note, confidence dance, formal dance, thanks, rock paper scissors, and beat chest. I definitely recommend waiting for any discounts to purchase any emotes as they're usually pretty expensive. There are 4 new camp flags, 1 new Cripps' outfit, and 1 new breed of camp dog added to the game. There are 3 new photo studio backdrops, and 4 new photo studio poses. The next few changes are all to do with the roles in Red Dead Online. This first one is going to upset a lot of you guys, but there has actually been a major nerf to the collector role. Now, the collections are still worth the same amount of money, however Rockstar have added new locations for items that are dug up using the Pennington Field Shovel, so this basically affects a lot of the more higher value sets. So if you've been trying to use the Red Dead Redemption 2 collector's map, it is now out of date, those locations don't work. We're still waiting on seeing the real impacts of this nerf to see how much of the locations have been changed and if it's something we can relocate and get the map up and running again. So I'll probably have another video going over this more in detail when we find out more. Next up, Moonshine recipes can now be pinned to the player log menu, allowing you to check required ingredients faster. A guest list has been added near the door of your Moonshine Shack bar, allowing the owner to quickly invite nearby players. Alligators will now provide 2 different types of provisions when skinned, depending on the size of the animal, and they'll sell for different amounts at the butcher. So there's a new small alligator skin item that can be stored on your backpack just like other pelts. The next change is a bit of a sad one. Rockstar have removed the ability to use the free weapon component vouchers to purchase a variant skin. This was something we unlocked last Outlaw Pass, and I actually made a video telling you guys you should use your free weapon component voucher to purchase one of the multi-$100 variants for your weapons. So it now looks like Rockstar have removed this and you can only use the free weapon component vouchers to just basically get one of the cheaper component upgrades. There's been quite a few changes to the daily challenge system. There's been several new daily challenges added for both the general challenges and the role daily challenge categories. With the introduction of the Naturalist role, up to 15 different role challenges will be provided each day depending on the current progression through each role. So once you reach rank in your Naturalist role, you will unlock 2 additional daily challenges for the Naturalist one specifically. A player can now complete a maximum of 9 different role challenges each day, with the remainder being locked for the day once reaching this limit. The existing challenge goal for 7 daily challenges completed has been replaced by 2 separate challenge goals. One is for completing 7 general challenges per day, and the other is for completing 9 role challenges per day, and both of these provide you with additional gold rewards. The streak system remains completely unchanged, so you can choose to complete either a general or a role challenge each day, and that keeps your streak active. I do like that Rockstar have added the day streak at the bottom of the daily challenger, that's kind of nice to see. Before we continue with the video, I would like to thank the Ridge Wallet for sponsoring and supporting this video. They reached out and decided it was about time I upgraded my messy wallet designed in the 90s. There's over 30 colours available, but I decided to go with the burnt titanium design. These wallets hold up to 12 cards plus cash. They're made with RFID blocking technology to protect you from digital pickpocketers, and they'll even give you a full refund if you don't love it within 45 days. And you don't need to just take my word for it, they have over 30,000 5-star reviews. You can get 10% off your order by going to ridge.com/silent and using code SILENT. The next few changes are to do with gameplay improvements. So there's been a buy max and a buy max carried option added to several consumable shops in the shop menus and the catalogues for quicker purchases. The buy max carried option only considers your inventory space and not postbox space, so that prevents large accidental purchases. And this is a nice change because there were some options and things that you could only buy max if you went online and through your web browser to the social club and bought it through the online menu. You weren't actually able to buy max in the game. So it's really nice these options have been added. Cooked meat is now displayed in the provisions section of the item wheel for quicker access. This is a very welcome change. Saves going inside of your satchel if you want to eat meat and keep your cores replenished. Improvements have been made to the wardrobe system to allow more combinations and removals, including the ability for female characters to remove their shirts while wearing corsets. Now, I've seen a few pictures floating around Reddit with female characters only wearing a corset, and it's pretty eye-catching to say the least. Players can now mercy kill an animal that is bleeding out. Finally, Rockstar have added this change, but it will have to be unlocked through the Naturalist role. Aim assist options within the settings menu can now be changed while in a Red Dead Online session, but the effects of this change will not apply until the player joins a new session. I really love this next change, but Rockstar have reduced the chance of ragdoll when a player's horse starts sliding due to a steep slope in Red Dead Online. So this is basically going to help prevent you go flying over the top of your horse so much when you're sliding down a steep slope. There's a couple of accessibility improvements. So they've adjusted the colours and the transparency of threat indicators on the minimap to improve the visibility for different display brightnesses and in-game lighting conditions, and that change has also been made to the story mode of Red Dead Redemption 2. Holding the circle or B button on the pause menu from any screen is now quicker, and that'll match the speed of the catalogue and shop menus, so basically allows you to exit the pause menu a lot quicker. This next one is a small improvement that's been made to the story mode, but there has been a weapons locker added to story mode that allows players to remove any unused weapons. Works very similar to the way it works in Red Dead Online, so if there's any weapons on your horse you don't use, you want to free up your weapon wheel, you can just chuck those in the weapon locker and you'll be able to unlock that from basically any time from Chapter 2 in the player's camp onwards, so a very nice change there. And the last three changes I've picked out to go over are some matchmaking improvements. So Rockstar have reduced the wait times and the chance of empty showdown mode lobbies when selecting a showdown mode playlist. The system for showdown mode teams has also been improved, so that makes it more likely for posse members, parties and friends to be placed on the same team. I'm super happy about this because whenever I was matchmaking for Showdown with a few friends, it would always separate us and put us on separate teams, which kind of defeats the purpose of playing together, right? So it's nice that they've taken that into consideration more. They did add here that in extreme cases, players and teams may be set up for balancing purposes, but it does seem like they've made a conscious improvement to that system. And last of all, change number 30, there has been continued improvements made to the network handling when dealing with poor connections between players, and that should reduce the frequency of a lot of the error screens and the disconnections we've been seeing in Red Dead Online for some time now. So that was 30 changes made to Red Dead Online that you may not have been aware about that came with the Naturalist DLC. Even if you're not a fan of this update, you don't like hunting or taking pictures of animals, I think you really have to go to appreciate that these changes have really helped the game. Even if you like to do other activities, it's really improved matchmaking, animal spawns are back. There's just so many positive quality life changes that has come with this update, so hopefully you guys are finding the game a lot more fun to play. If you want to be kept up to date with all the latest news, updates and tips for Red Dead Online, be sure to leave a like on the video and subscribe if you are new so you don't miss out on any breaking news. Have a good one guys, stay safe, and I'll catch you in the next video.